Hi, welcome to Ski Forever Yoga. I'm Carl. Thank you very much for joining me on your mat today. We're going to get back to basics. The basics and fundamentals of yoga will get you through all of the yoga you're going to do through your life. And if you're an experienced yogi, it's great to come back to the fundamentals to make sure that you're doing the poses in the most efficient manner and the way that's going to benefit you the most. And these are all the basic building blocks for Ski Forever Yoga to help you on the slopes, to build strong legs, to build mobility, to build your strength, and to make sure that you're going to have a great day on the slopes and a safe day on the slopes. So let's get started in mountain pose, one of the very basic poses. You're standing straight, your knees are above your ankles, a little bit of uplift in the thighs, rotate that hips in a little bit, shoulders down the back, and relax those arms down and open up those hands facing forward. Great place to start your breathing. Yoga is the marriage of breath and movement. And for a mountain pose, we'll do forward bend. I'll give you the side view here. Literally just come forward with a flat back, all the way down, and then just drop. It's a good way to start opening up those hamstrings in the back. And everyone's body's different. Some people can just roll right over and put their head against their shins. Not so for me. That's your forward bend, and then your half bend. Nice flat back, head's extended forward, tailbone's extended back. Breathing, abs tucked. Back down to that forward bend. And we'll roll all the way back up into mountain. Hands overhead. Hands back down, and we're going to go into a plank pose. So let's go back into that half bend, full bend. Let's reach the hands forward, and we're stepping back. Your plank pose. Elbow creases facing forward, abs tucked. You're trying to create a line from the top of your head to those heels. If you haven't done plank much before, get down on your knees like this. Take a little bit of the weight off and work your way up towards full plank. We're going to lower ourselves down. You want to come a little bit further forward and just 90 degrees at those elbows. And you're coming all the way down onto your mat. Hands at the side of your upper chest. Cobra pose. Lifting with the thoracic spine, not pinching the lower back, not pinching the lumbar. That's Cobra. We'll come back up into plank and onto the tops of our feet. We'll come back down 90 degrees and upward dog. Roll over those toes and into your first downward dog. In downward dog, the hip bones are pointed up, chest is moving towards the thighs, abs are tucked, and importantly, you're putting the weight on the thumbs and the index finger and the pads of each finger, and pushing forward so that you're not putting that weight on the wrists. You want to protect your wrists. For a lot of people, when they start down dog and plank, the wrists will give them issues. Try to get that weight off of the wrists. From down dog, we'll do three-legged dog. And bring the leg through. And we're going to come up into high lunge. Feet are on railroad tracks. One's on the right side, one's on the left side for balance. That's your high lunge. Knee is over the ankle. You want to be able to see the toes. You don't want to go too far forward with that front knee. Make sure you're protecting it. Weight is on the balls of the back foot. And you're going to feel the opening in the hip flexors and strength building on the right thigh. From here, we're going to drop the back heel into warrior one. Still open on tracks. And those hips are facing forward. Just like you're pointed downhill on your skis, you want to have the body facing downhill. Warrior one. Now we'll open up into warrior two. Once again, knee over the heel, ankle. Arms are stretched out, shoulders are soft, fingers are pointing out, and you've aligned that front heel with your back instep a little bit. There you go for warrior two. Now we're going to straighten out that front leg almost all the way. Leave a little bit of a bend in that front knee. You don't want to lock it out. Arms are still in the warrior two position. Hips start to rotate back as that front arm goes forward, reaching as far as you can. Once you've gone all the way, tip it for a triangle pose. You'll feel that all through the groin and inner thigh. And we'll come back up and bend that knee to come out. And we'll go into side angle. Take the right arm, place the forearm on that right thigh, and we'll bring this arm up overhead, left arm up overhead. Still some weight into that knife's edge of the back foot. And we'll come back down to the ground. We'll come into plank pose. Arms bent at a 90 degrees. Upward dog. Breathing. Downward dog. And we'll come into chair pose. Your chair pose, once again, as if you're sitting in a chair, tailbone pointed towards your mat, knees almost over the ankles, but you still want to see your toes, abs tucked, and breathing. And back up into mountain pose. Now we'll do that sequence from the other side. And let's start with our forward bend. We'll face this way. Flat back coming down. All the way. Depending on how tight those hamstrings are. Aiming to get that chest towards the thighs. Half bend. And let's get into the plank. Plank position. A line from the top of your head to your heels. Pushing forward on that thumb and those fingers. Try to keep a little bit of the weight off the wrists. We'll come down. And once again, you can do it with your knees on the ground. We'll come down into up dog. Or you can do the cobra and into down dog. In your down dog, you can play around with the distance between the hands and the feet, pointing those top of your butt up towards the sky, sits bones, breathing, and let's take that left leg up for three-legged dog, and we'll step through for high lunge. Your high lunge position, breathing, knee over the ankle, not too far forward, weight on the balls of the feet, and drop that heel back, foot at a 45 for your warrior one. You adjust your stance as needed. If you're having trouble with it, just shorten your stance. Hip bones facing forward, abs tucked, and you're in your warrior one. From warrior one, warrior two, reset your stance a little bit if you want to get the heel aligned with the instep of the back foot. Shoulders are soft, fingertips pointing out, and you're looking over those front fingertips. Warrior two, let's straighten that front leg out. Don't lock it out, bring it almost all the way straight. That back hip goes back, and you're going to start reaching forward all the way until you can't go any further, and then tip it. You're looking to align the shoulders so that those arms are straight above the head and straight down. You can put it on your shin. You can touch the ground if you want. And from triangle, let's come back up into that warrior two position. And we're going into side angle. Left forearm on the left thigh, arm overhead. Nice stretch all the way down from that heel, all the way up through that top arm to your fingertips. We'll come back down into a plank. Upward dog, downward dog, and we'll step forward into our chair pose. Once again, sits bones pointing towards the mat, abs tucked, knees over the ankles. They'll be a little bit forward, but you'll want to see your toes. And that chair pose. If you want to spend any time chucking on your skis, spend a lot of time in chair pose. Gets those muscles, gets your abs tight. And back up into mountain pose. You can feel the energy surging through your body. That oxygen reaching all of the extremities. And you're enjoying the benefits of your yoga and getting ready for the next day on the slopes. Great to do the off-season training. And breathing. Thanks very much for joining me on your mat today. I'm Carl. This is Ski Forever Yoga. You can follow me at skiforeveryoga.com. I've got a new website up. Hope you have a chance to look at it. There's plenty of free videos there for your training. And you can also look into some personal coaching that I'm now offering. Thanks again.